UNICEF estimates that 12 children living in extreme poverty die every minute of every day. These children die because they don't get access to clean water, they die because they don't get enough to eat, they die because they are infected with malaria or of intestinal worms, something that we don't even let our pets suffer from. With just $3, we can afford to buy mosquito nets that will protect these children from malaria. With 50 cents, we can afford a dose of medicine that will cure them of intestinal worms. And as for food, we can certainly afford it with the loose change in our pockets. I can certainly afford it. You probably can as well. So why are these children still dying? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Shakira binti Ahmad Iqbal. I am a student from IIUM, and today I will be doing my first vlog and probably the last one regarding poverty for my public speaking class. So let's talk about how I came to the decision of choosing this topic. I know that poverty is nothing new, it is no unique topic whatsoever, and I believe that each of us have discussed it before in one way or another. But I believe, and I know so, that poverty is becoming more and more prevalent, and by addressing it more often and shedding more lights toward the issue, we can eventually eradicate poverty in the future. But if this video is incapable of making that sort of change, I know that it will at least, inshallah, become a reminder for myself and perhaps yours as well. So going back to that just now, what truly opened my eyes about poverty is actually when I had my first in-court visit, which was in the magistrate court. On that particular day, there were about 20 criminals, and each of them were either involved in theft or robbery or possessions of drugs or drug abuse. And that truly shook me to the core, how I realized that poverty truly correlates with acts of crime. And this was just in a single court, in a single state, in a single country. And I couldn't imagine how many people out there are opting for crime so that they can survive. Because it is not actually the easy way out. Sometimes it is the only way out. So now let's start with the definition of poverty. By definition, poverty is the state of being deprived from basic human needs, such as food, water, shelter, and sometimes even clothes. From my point of view, I see poverty as a state of staying alive without actually living, if you get what I mean. Statistically, almost half of the global nation are living in poverty today, 8% of which are living in extreme poverty, and if you do the maths, that would sum up to 560 million people. This is why I say poverty is a very prevalent issue, and this is also why the Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations General Assembly have chosen eradicating poverty as its #1 aim. The average age for a person to die in Sierra Leone is at the age of 48, while in Malaysia it's 72. That's 24 years apart. This is because when you live in a poverty-stricken environment, your quality of living will deteriorate. Hence, your lifespan will also decrease. Apart from that, in Sierra Leone, the average age for a girl to get married is at the age of 6 years old. This is why we say that eradicating poverty is not a task of charity, but an act of justice and the key to unlocking an enormous human potential. So how do we eradicate poverty one step at a time? You can start small by donating things that you no longer need or use, and you can also help out your friends or family members or even neighbors who are living in poverty. But most importantly, you should support the campaign and reach out, because when you reach out to members of the community and you invite them to join in the process, it stops being about doing things for people, but it starts being about doing things with people. So that's all for today. If you like this video, do smash the like button, and if you have any opinion, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys in class or at home. Finals. Let's get you back tonight. I gotta get a go, get a go, get a go, get a